Hello YouTube, it's been a while since I made a video, and as you can see the Frag system needs an update because it's about to be upgraded. We'll get into that in a second. Let's just go over kind of last update for this system. So this is the Innovative Marine Nuvo Black 25 gallon. It's 20 by 24 by 10, holds about 20 gallons, and I've done all hang on the back. I've got a 24 by 24 stand that I got off a guy, just a pine stand. I'm running the Aquamax 1.0, the hang on the back one, the original version. I've had that for 3 years. It's running strong. I had a makeshift ATO, but the ATK I got for the new system, the makeshift finally gave out after 2 years. It's that Marine Depot build your own. I think it's on bulk resupply now. You just build it yourself. It worked for 2 years. It was good. It's 50 bucks. Then I've got a Title 50 on there. I think it's a Title 50. Yeah, and all that's in there is there. Right now there's a bag. Sometimes I put a bag carbon. Right now there's a bag of GFO, and then there's pod matrix. So it's all just biomedia. My heater's there. Temp probe. I got some J-bow power heads in the back, and I'm kind of running out of room. I just dropped off some coral, so I do have some room now, but I've got some grow out discs, some Fabias, some chalices, stylophoras, montes, hydnophoras, lobos, just all kinds of fun stuff, leathers, zoas, mushrooms. And that's right after I dropped off about 50 frags. Underneath I've got some blastos and some low light loving stuff. So the plan was to see if I liked doing frags, and if I did, upgrade. For the light I've got an AI or a Aqualife 2-foot hybrid with two Reef Bright Lumi lights and 4 ATI actinic bulbs is what I'm running. Just lots of blue. I don't really need the par. There's about 175 par running in this. I've got like a blue damsel and a Renifer goby and a clownfish, and I went and got a yellow tang once I knew I was getting the bigger tank. And I'm running it with a Apex Junior, a PM1 module for temperature and pH, and BRS doser pump that is dosing Calc Plus 2 from Brightwell. I went through a whole big can of it, and it's been running on this for months. I check my magnesium like once a month, and it's always good. I use Tropic Marin salt, and so that's the dosing. I just mix 90 milliliters of vinegar for 2 gallons of water and 2 tablespoons of calc, and that gives me something super saturated. And I run it for like anywhere between 12 and 15 minutes every hour. I drip it in, and that keeps it good. For whatever that doesn't do, I do have the ATO, and that kicks on when it needs to. So this tank has just been doing great. It grows coral, and it's easy. I'll do 5-gallon water change every 1 or 2 weeks, sometimes a 2-gallon water change. I have to dose nitrates and amino acids because all the corals suck everything out because of the bare bottom. And I just watch phosphates because they go up a little bit. Auto feeder, can't remember the name of that, but that's a nice one. It's 20 bucks on Amazon. That works good. So now that guy is full and I need more room, I've been trading coral for frag tanks. These are low boys. I don't know if you see that. Let's take this off. Yeah, Zoom Ed low boys. 24 by 48 by 10 inches tall, and I have enough room here that if I move some of this stuff and I just go from here, get rid of that tank and go over to my bench, I've got 8 feet. So what I'm going to do is I built this today, and I coat it in polyurethane, all 2x4s. I just watched DIY Fishmaker, Joey, King of DIY, DIY, and he made a fish rack for his 40 gallons. And what he did was he made these boards come out, and he rested he put these structural boards. See, these are the weight goes straight to the ground. These weight bearing boards, he put them on the side. Well, since I only have like 4 spare inches over here, and I'm gonna put 2 of them once this one's set up, I went ahead and I turned his design the other way, and so these end pieces put the weight right on there, and it goes right to the ground. So they're not too heavy, but I plan on having this up for a long time. I use stainless steel screws, and I like it to work for a while. These middle braces are not structural. They necessarily, they're just to hang my lights. So we'll go through the equipment I have. But the idea is that I'll go ahead and set this one up right there with that sump. And I'll show you in a second. And then when these get full, because I don't need everything running, but when these fill up in, I don't know, 6-8 months, I will just add another rack. I already have the lumber. I cut the wood today for it. I'll just screw it together. I'll add the rack. I'll put the pipe over, and everything can run out of this sump. So I'll have 4 of these low boys on this system. This Aquamax FC 120 that was in my main tank, I actually have had so much coral growth that I downgraded to an FC 80 in my main tank and just kept this out here. I'm finding, even if you watch Top Shelf Aquatics, they half-size their skimmers just for like tons and tons of coral because they soak up the nitrate. They even have to take them off. So instead of dosing nitrate, they use smaller skimmers. So in the beginning, you know, there might be more, but as the tank matures and gets full of coral, this should do great. Total volume, water volume is going to be, you know, 200 gallons, maybe 180. This is, I got these on the $1 per gallon sale, half off. This is a 20 gallon, and it's going to be my ATO. This is a 40 gallon breeder. It's going to be my sump. I ordered a just a single baffle kit, just the overflow, the adjustable overflow weir, and the underflow, the bubble trap. That's all I need. I'm just going to put it right there and put this pump. This is a Sicce it's their AC 2500 gallon 10.0, 2700 liters or gallons per minute. What does it say? 2700 US gallons a minute. 23 feet ahead. It's a 90 watt Secret AVD 10.0. So that should run all 4 tanks. I've got my gate valves and such in the other room. I was planning my plumbing. I like to run no-pox on new tanks. I've got these Marine Depot overflows. That's just a 2-hole overflow. So that I'll drill the tanks and put those through. And I've got gate valves for one of those, and one is going to be emergency. So I have 1 gate, 1 emergency. I've got 4 AI primes, old school, got them on sale. When the new ones came out, they were really cheap. I found one from a sewn online, and then I got 3 more, and I'm going to put 1 AI prime in there for the highlight part, 1 AI prime between those 2 reef brights for a medium light, and then the top tank's going to be low light chalices and mushrooms, and they'll just do the AI primes. And so the bottom tank's going to be bare bottom, and the top tank's going to be have substrate in it, because I need some nitrates, man. I need some kind of nutrient trap to keep some stuff. And I find that growing like zooxanthid colonies and mushrooms on a sand bed is really nice. So the soft corals and the low flow corals, they can have sand, and I like that. So, but that's what's coming. I guess I'm gonna sell this. I mean, I don't really want to, but I'm gonna sell this tank and stand, and I've got a 50-foot Apex cable I'm gonna run from my main tank, and sell the Apex Junior and just use the modules out here, and so they'll be all running off the same system. But I'm getting ready till I gotta let this dry for a week. The polyurethane says 7 days, and then I'm gonna put some yoga mat strips on here, thick yoga mat strips, just like I have yoga mat under here, and put these tanks on and mount the lights and put the baffle kit in and figure out my return plumbing, and leave a manifold, leave a cap right here for when this comes up. I also have a BRS, just one reactor. I can do carbon or GFO, or sometimes I run it, sometimes I don't. I just like having at least one of these reactors. They're easy to do. Oh, and the last thing is I will be running Kalkwasser again. So there's a 4-pound bag of Kalkwasser, and in this box is a DIY Avast Marine calc reactor. So the Calcster, I think it's their smaller one. So that's gonna run with a little Camor X1. I'm gonna run that just like I run this, just like 50 milliliters an hour or whatever, or 20 or whatever the tank needs, and then the ATO will do the rest. And so that's how it's gonna start. Good stuff. Running out of room for coral, so I'm just happy that I designed this one to where I'll have 4 tanks, and that's gonna have to be it, because that's all the room I got, unless I get creative and I don't know, get rid of the bed or something. But all right, thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all later.